United States, the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, excuse me, roll call, Amy Freak, we have Amy Freak, sorry, myself, Sue Kimball, sorry,
Sean Douglas.
Sean Douglas, Kimber Cammer, Ed Spiker, and Melissa Prunier. Meeting minutes, do we have those?
Yeah, we've all read them.
Sorry, I have not. Okay. Okay, so, sorry. Due to the number of agenda items that need to be addressed tonight, there will be no public session. Any questions or comments can be emailed to the board discussion for the next meeting. And I have not read the meeting minutes, so we don't have to slow this down. Do you guys want to approve the meeting minutes since you've all read them?
The 28th.
I make a motion that we approve the select board meeting minutes of Tuesday, July 28th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Oh, I can't. All right, next we have the building permit for the garage for Lovern Hill that we tabled last meeting due to setbacks. It does not meet the setback requirements. Yes, we have a zoning board member here, Jason. Could you come up and talk to us? Because I can see that there is action happening on the property.
He decided not to go with that. And certified.
Oh, so those are not, that's just forms, that's not concrete or whatever's there?
That's where the concrete's going, yes, but that is 35.
That is 35
Yep.
feet?
35 feet from the edge of the road?
On the edge of the road.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we went further out with the retaining wall, so he moved it over. Not our-
Okay, okay.
Perfect.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
All right.
So I make a motion that we approve the building permit for the Quigleys on Lovern Hill Road, map 7, lot 109. With the caveat that it is 35 feet from the edge of the road per the zoning member that is in the audience.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. That's okay. All right, next one, we have a building permit for Lake and Lift Lodges, Martine. And who is here, and Jason Rook is here, so let's take a look at this. This is their main home.
All right, first of all, again,
Hi.
first thing we wanted was go. You can keep one of these, but I want one back because it's very expensive to print on. But each side of the table can have it.
Go to the 11 coffee specials, $3.75. $3.75 a piece.
Really?
That's a lot.
How much?
$3.75 a piece. I get septic
I
design.
paid $37 for the two of these.
Wow.
Because
They
they're
will-
color.
He's gonna charge me for it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Well, plus 10%. So,
Oh,
so these will be the road names we're requesting. No, there is not 3 names per road because he just barely got back from vacation today. So this is what he sent me a while ago. He wasn't even sure if he was gonna make it tonight. So I figured if there's any road names that you guys do not like, he's here now, we could come up with or suggest a different road name.
And
Those
those
are the
main
ones.
roads, I tried to stay as
So-
close to the Croydon names. Oh, sorry, the legend, I forgot to update it. I only put them in actually in the map, so that,
Oh, okay.
so, excuse me, that's actually a mistake on my part. This little legend.
Okay.
Was
Disregard.
some doodling, please,
Okay.
yes, doodling. I thought since the Cuttings Mountain is how it's called originally, so we call that Cutting Mountains Lane, that little road, wood road. Over here, the road that comes down is then Baltimore Hill Lane, because that is Baltimore Hill. And then over here, there is this pond here in the middle, and that's originally called even the Goodwin Stout called it Emerald. We just got a dog, we call it Emerald now too.
Aw.
And so but we thought Emerald Pond Crossing because it crosses over to what we would love to call Loon Lake Lane. because it's on that side, so you got Beach Lane over here,
Yeah.
Loon Lake, and then
Yeah.
ends then Cash Lake. So very much in Croydon.
Yes, no, I love it. And our main focus is making sure E911.
Yes.
Right, they're gonna get this whole map, once you guys agree to it.
Okay.
The road names, and I'm gonna PDF them this whole map and everything, and let them know that, there are future houses that plan on going on here. But this is so we can at least get this one on the peninsula a number. So that will get numbered off that lane, and then I will number it right, so I can number these other two later on.
So as long as Casey, in Concord has no problem with some of the alliteration, I love Loon Lake Lane. I mean, that just rolls right out the tongue. But, if, that was my concern.
Yeah.
Was making sure that we could get everything mapped out.
Yeah.
E911.
Yeah.
Which is why we had that
Yeah.
discussion.
And when we get,
We'll have it again and again.
yeah,
I'm sure.
and when we get going more, you're gonna have really nice signs made, to put up naming all these roads, so if we ever have to go in there, we do know.
Yeah, for all the EMSs, they exactly know where they are.
Most of
And
us
also
have-
people that.
Most of us have done work there, so we know where we're going.
Right. Won't be here forever. We
Mm.
all want to
Me.
make sure for safety. Right.
Well-
Whatever, we just wanna know where everything is.
Yeah.
That was the main concern.
Well, and there's also somebody's on my property and they have an accident. They can call and they say, I'm on this thing that's called X. That's EMS.
And then everybody will know.
Exactly.
So this Emerald Pond crossing will actually have 3 different,
Now, they're already there. That's always been
they're
there.
always been there.
Yeah, that is like since the sixties when this lake got,
Yeah.
well, lake was at that time, I think, a little bit marsh or something, but when they start drenching that out.
They've been using those roads for, silvicultural, forestry and timbering forever.
Yeah. The New Hampshire School of Forestry has been like doing walks around it. On that side, right? There's a bear cave they call it.
Yeah,
I found it, but I didn't dare stick my head in.
Nice.
So this is the roads.
Mm.
Where's the house? Is this?
It's the one
sorry,
off
there's so
the
many things.
the blue one that says Peninsula.
Yeah,
Okay.
Peninsula. That is the
Yeah,
actual
that-
permit
the
for
actual
that
permit
house.
for that,
Okay.
which Sean has. We told you guys last time, but you told me to take it back for now. How's the septic
Keep everything
system?
together.
Right, but I have, you guys can keep one of these also, and one of those, because I have copies of them.
Do you have all the DES permits for
Yep.
the
Yeah,
actual?
the shoreline pyramid,
Yep.
septic pyramid, they're all approved by the state, so we're 100% squared up.
And my septic guy sent you guys the base sheet that you were asking for last month.
We got that,
He
yes.
emailed it.
We got that back,
Yeah.
yes.
And then when I got home, I found it.
Of course,
Of course.
yes.
I just don't see where my bedroom was. It's not built yet.
Not your own house?
That's gonna be on the phone next to the
See
bear
this,
cave.
see this little tent
Yes.
over here?
The lateral damage.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah, we're going to need, do you have another? So we've gotta give one to Avatar. each of
I'll be
Oh,
virtual
one of
for these
these?
drawings. Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep them both.
Yeah. I'll
Sorry.
do a new drawing.
That's all right.
these. This is what we get.
Yep.
No, you're right.
Yep.
Have a copy of each of these.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's gonna be easier because of how much is going on to have a big copy of this.
Now, do you need a copy of this too? What is the assessor need it for?
We put all these in the files so that there's no
Property
question.
file.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Moving
exactly
forward,
what
this is
I
what
think
happened.
use.
Yes,
So
And-
he will issue a land use change tax.
just like the barn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what he needs. And he gets a separate copy besides what was in the
I have to pay the big check.
Yeah.
file.
Yeah,
Unlike $50 check.
we'll take that. Thank you.
Can I?
If you need to take it and get copies.
No,
you
no,
can
no,
do
I
that.
think I have.
They can have this one back.
Well, we need two.
You need to.
It's cake from barn.
I'll keep the one I have. Because hang on, it's all wrinkled up, but if you need a second one, I'll get you another. You know.
All right, so everybody's good with this?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I make a motion to approve the building permit for Lake and Lift Lodges, Martine up on Cash
Yeah.
Loon Lake Lane. Yeah, all those in favor?
Thank you very much. Thank you. very much.
you.
Thank you, ma'am. Somebody.
And up to the wrong person. Lake and Myth Lodges.
You know what this is. Yeah.
That
No.
one's not. This one is. Couple of them are.
This one is you.
I promise to speak up.
Oh, we know. I don't know.
Oops.
Yeah. I call him Dr. Duck. That's right.
Well, they just needed a new cover sheet because they changed the septic tank, or changed the septic.
Who's that one?
211 Old Springfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, they moved it slightly.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's
is that over?
Yeah, it
But we
was.
never
Yes.
got
Right.
a updated cover
Yep.
page.
Yes,
But
we
But
had
they
tabled
did.
it From
But I
last,
thought we did that.
We did that.
We approved it.
We
didn't
did
get
that.
An updated cover
Right.
sheet.
We did that. You emailed them.
yes, so I did, I emailed him to ask him for that, and he said he was all set.
So all set. We did that with the new date.
No driveway permits, just land use change. So next on the docket, we have land use change tax for Smith. Josephine Smith on Forehand Road, right? Nope. Yep.
This would be.
Yeah, yeah.
911.
So this is the furthest lot on Forehand Road. She purchased it from the Underwoods. And so it falls out of the current use because it is less than 10 acres. And she will be paying the 10% of fair market value at the time of the change.
Only one.
Typically, there's, thank you. That's for the signature.
I think 5 or 6 acres.
5.10 acres. So the assessor does a sales comparison of lots to let us know what the land sales are, so that he can figure out what the fair market value of the land would have been had it not been in current use. And then he says it's 10% of that. So it's a 5.1 acre parcel. And he estimated the market value would be approximately $74,000. So the 10% land use change tax will be $7,400. Given the class 6 road and the access. especially because it's sharing a common driveway. I would concur. I make a motion, we sign the land use change tax for
Not 7 lot 673.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
I'm gonna sign it.
Musical signatures.
Making decisions, but at least there's no decision to make. We can get out.
There you go. Good. All right, the next, we have correspondence. I'm moving things around a little bit after that. So I have correspondence here. To the Croydon Board of Selectmen, please accept this letter as formal notice of my resignation from my position as the Croydon Board of Selectmen Assistant effective October 31, 2026. This decision has been difficult and made only after careful reflection. I am grateful for the opportunity to serve the town of Croydon, contribute to the community, and work with such a dedicated board. However, the increasing demands of the role have become more than I can reasonably manage. I have also found it deeply troubling to witness months of disrespectful and harassing behavior towards the board members over decisions made in the town's best interest. After careful consideration, I have concluded that stepping away is the right decision for me. I intend to continue fulfilling my responsibilities in serving the town through the end of October or until a suitable replacement has been identified and adequately trained, whichever occurs sooner. I am committed to supporting a smooth transition and help ensure that responsibilities of these positions are handed over with care. I am sincerely thankful for the opportunity to have served Croydon and for the experience and relationships that have come with that service. I wish the board all the best. Thank you for the opportunity to serve. Respectfully, Melissa Prunier. Now, I understand that everybody in this room is pretty much a supporter of this board and myself. I also have written my resignation. I'm going to place it on this table and we're going to talk about it for a minute. Forgive me. Since my reelection to this board, I've been serving for 5 years. Ed and I jumped on this board right after the school fiasco because him and I had a mission to make sure this wasn't going to happen again. We weren't going to have the carpet ripped out from under us. And him and I and the rest of this board have been running ever since to make sure that the carpet does not get ripped out from under us by way of making sure the planning board is all set, the master plan is done, the concept, all of these things that have been done to make sure that Croydon doesn't get steamrolled by everything else that's happening out in this country. All of us are very aware, and we want to protect the town from that happening. Since the school thing happened, we have been committed to making sure that this runs as smoothly as possible. There's none of these things, that people know what to expect. Did we expect to lose the road agent? Nope. Was that hell in a handbasket? Sure was. Made my life terrible. I thought I was going to the hospital because my mental health was not okay. We dug in and we found a very, very good group of gentlemen to work in this town for these people. We have smart, capable, honest, hardworking men in our highway department doing the best they can, keeping everything above board, transparent as they can. All of us are, every single minute of every single day. We put ourselves out here to do this job for you. None of us have to do this. I could submit this right now and go home. I have a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old and a 21-year-old. Yesterday, my 5-year-old and my 7-year-old got to witness an old man coming onto my property, putting his finger in my face, swearing at me and calling me ignorant. My family heard that. My home is my sanctuary. My family is my peace. I am madly in love with those people, all of them. And when I'm hurting, they see it. My children don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve phone calls from people that are so angry at me that I have to hang up because my phone is so staticky because they're screaming so loud. And then when they call back, I'm nice enough to answer the phone and say, please talk to me respectfully. Let's work this out. Nobody is trying to swindle anybody in this town. We are all here to fight for every single person here, whether they like us or not. We do it. And you know what? I don't want to do it anymore. I want to feel at peace and safe, not stressed out. I don't want my kids to see me cry at dinner time. From 1 p.m. yesterday until 8 p.m. last night, I could not enjoy my kids because I was a wreck. I'm not perfect at this job. None of us are perfect at this job. We come together as a board and we work this out. Does it happen overnight? Nope. Municipality stuff is turtle speed. That's the way it is. I have a job. Everybody here has a job, multiple jobs. We're family people. We have kids. No more will this be tolerated. You do not get a free pass to come on any one of our properties and yell at us or tell us how to do our job. No more can you call our personal cell phones and demand answers. Nope, can't do it. If you are not a friend of us, you do not call and demand things. Proper channels through the email. I get it, it's a slow process. Sorry about it, that's the way it is. You don't get to come into my home and disturb my peace. And the entire board feels that way too. That's not fair. The highway department is doing an astronomical job. They're doing it differently. Are they different people? Yep. Are they friends with everybody in town? Nope. Some people don't know who they are. That does not mean they're doing a bad job. That does not mean they don't care about the people. I know for a fact that our budget is going to be taken care of and we aren't going to be seeing huge expenditures, but we're going to see stuff done because it's already happening. No more will anybody come in this building and demand that someone step aside. We aren't doing this. Paul Freitas doesn't do this for accolades. He doesn't do this for attention, and he doesn't do it to get beat up. None of us do. If you can't help this town, don't hinder. I'm done. This is written and signed. I have a month. I want a month of peace and just to take a step back for a second. If this line gets crossed again, this resignation is going in. And that's it. That is not a threat. That is, I am done. I don't do this to get beat up. I do this to help. So I don't know if people can spread the word to start being respectful to other people or what it's going to take, but we can't keep doing this. No name calling, and there's going to be changes at the dump too. We can't do this. You can't scream at people that work at the dump. Absolutely not okay. Not okay. What can happen is I can resign, and Kim can resign, and Sean can resign, and Ed, he's right behind me, and Melissa is leaving. And if we don't have a select board and Paul leaves, are we a village district of Grantham? Do we become part of Grantham? What happens to the town? Our tax rate is $9 per thousand. I'd be in these meetings saying, thank you, thank you. I wouldn't be saying, what the hell? What did he say?
Oh, what's
Who
up
do you
with-
people think you
Yeah,
are?
people-
You people? No, that is not the way to talk. We are volunteers up here. We get a stipend at the end of the year. Kim doesn't take it. She does it for free. The board's stance is we will not be bullied. We know that we are putting this town on the right path. And if you want to help, step up. If you don't, simmer down.
Moderator, like to have the board indulgence for a couple of minutes.
Hold on, we're not
To
done yet.
Melissa,
Please.
thank
Hold
you
on.
very
Wait.
much. Effort you put
Right there.
Wait, sorry, timeout. Can we have a timeout 1 second?
Sure.
I have another one to read.
on David's issue.
Yep.
Don't think feeding the fire gonna assist.
No, we don't
I think
have,
at
no,
this
we don't
point-
have anything.
But sufficient amount that we can address that in the town. So, like I said, first of all, to Melissa, I'd like to say thank you for all the effort you put in. It's not just the select board that you've helped, the budget committee and other areas as well. Now to Amy. Again, I offer my sincere thanks for all the effort you put in. I've been in your seat, I understand the issue. I'm getting to the point where when I hear these people get up and start rattling off on different cases, okay, you just volunteered. So I'm gonna talk to all these people that you're getting faced with, say, hey, unless you're willing to step up, shut your trap and get out of here. The rest of you don't need to be harassed anywhere. If somebody has a complaint with the town, the only place that it's belonging to be presented right here at this meeting.
Thank you.
A single or even two select board members can accomplish nothing. They are not a quorum. You need a minimum of three, and they have to discuss it in a public forum to be able to accomplish it. Those individuals that are either listening to me right now or may listen to this on the recording, this is the only way this whole system works in Wayland. An individual attacking one of our select board members on their private property, that's trespassing. That's grounds for harassment. That's grounds to get any of you to call the cops and come have them arrested, or at least escorted off. We need to bring a much more sensible approach to this town. We have a pretty damn good community, but we have a few individuals who seem to think they can work outside town. So let's stand together and start working together. And I believe we've had a support for the select board that's grown since the time I was. Because even now I can see more people than I do. So thank you again, and I hope things will calm down in this next month. We will continue. And I'll try to speak to a number of people when our primary session comes up, because that's still a few weeks away. That's an opportunity for both of us to offer some conversation with both of the community members we don't see very often. So I'll
Thank you.
close my comments at this point, but still say thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can I just add something real quick? So going on what Amy's mentioned, it's just not the select board. It's our town employees as well at the transfer station that do not need to be yelled at, swore at, or disrespected. So going forward, there will be repercussions if someone decides to talk to any town employee like they do. I want you guys to keep that in mind. No one deserves that.
So I have another letter. Dear members of the Croydon Select Board, please accept this letter as my resignation from my position on the Town of Croydon Select Board effective 10/31/26. I've joined the board 4 years ago because I wanted to help build community and take an active role in the town I love. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have served Croydon and have worked on behalf of its residents. After careful consideration, I have concluded that continuing this role is no longer the right choice for me or my family. Family obligations now require more of my time, attention, in addition to increasing my scrutiny from some townspeople who believe they can do the job better, has made service on the board no longer enjoyable or a good use of time I must spend away from my family. I wish the board and the town of Croydon continued success, and I hope those who step forward to serve will do so with a sincere commitment to the community and the responsibilities of public service. Thank you for the opportunity to serve this town. Sincerely, Ed Spiker. Next, we have email correspondence from Norma Menard and Gary Quimby with the questions and answers that we have worked on the last 2 weeks to get them done for them. For Melissa's position, yes, we will have to post for replacements. The select board or other townspeople have to talk to people and say, do you know anybody that wants to serve? And then we can talk to them and appoint them if we feel it's a good fit.
Like board appointment.
Yeah. Bob. Aw.
He sees it all.
Okay, can everybody hear me? We had some email correspondence from, Mr. Gary Quimby. So on Saturday, May 30th, he sent an email and said the selectmen need to go look at Brighton Road. So my response was, our response, thank you, Mr. Quimby, for your concern regarding Brighton Road. In case you are not aware, we do have a member of the Board of Selectmen who travels that road daily. Any conditions noticed have been communicated to the Highway Department, and they are aware. Not being of any type of an emergency nature, the Highway Department is working on the roads according to their schedule. On Tuesday, July 28th, we received further emails. What is going on with the Highway Department? So I'm assuming that this was a rhetorical question. I have no answer. I'm not going to answer that. It keeps going on. We roadside mowing in July while the water is running down the road, washing out the little bit of material that we have on them. This is not a question, but I will point out that we realize that the roads need material, and we are working to that end. We have been working on that, and the road agent, the road crew are working on it. We know if the water is not controlled, then it will run down the road and wash out the little bit of material that's on the roads. Again, they have a plan. His email continues, who's making all these decisions? And they're loading the truck with brush. What happened to cutting it up and chipping it into the woods? So what decisions? I don't know. Roadside mowing is really the same as cutting the brush and chipping it into the woods, except that roadside mowing can be done by one person, not 2 or 3. I did ask our road agent about loading the truck with brush, and apparently there were some down trees and treetops on Barton Road, which needed to be removed before they could use the mower in that area, continue with what they were doing. And I will presume that this is the area to which Mr. Quimby was referring, as I understand that Mr. Quimby exchanged some commentary with the road crew as he drove by. And as Mr. Douglas has stated, that is not going to be tolerated. Mr. Quimby goes on, the roads are in the worst shape they've been in 10 years, and nothing is improving. Okay, it took us 10 years to get here, and personally, I would say there have been improvements, but we cannot fix it all in 10 weeks. So please, to go back to Mr. Edwards, would you like to come and volunteer and help with some helpful suggestions? Step up. On Tuesday, August 4th, Is the select board too proud to hire Joe Bolio to grade the roads? They should have been graded 3 times by now. And experience tells you you have to work with what you have. Again, I reiterate, our road agent has a road plan and he's getting to the roads. Will everybody be happy with the order in which they are done? I expect not. Personally, I'm going to make a comment. This is me personally. This is not the board. It has nothing to do with the board. But I'm going to point out that insanity can be defined as doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So just grading the roads over and over again, expecting them to just magically be better, might not always work. Then Mr. Quimby says, what is this machine we've rented to make a mess of the side of the roads while cutting the trees back? What happened to the chainsaw and the wood chipper? The wood chipper it's not safe. It's not usable. It's dead. And I believe in an earlier statement, when you saw the road crew using chainsaws and putting the brush into the truck, that was also not up to your standards. Then he says, what is the matter with you people? Okay, that's just pejorative and it does not deserve an answer. Going to a select board meeting is a waste of time because nobody does anything about anything. I've seen that. You're just lucky you have a bunch of townspeople that settle for what they're getting for their tax money because you're wasting it. Please post this for all to see in the minutes. This entire string of email is being read into the minutes. Thursday, August 13th, we get another email. Good morning. Nice to see somebody cleaning the ditches with the grader and the selective roadside mowing is done. Mow here, skip there, mow on the side of the road, but not the other. I'm not even going to comment on this. Do any of you people drive around these dirt roads, do the ditching later, grade the roads? They've been graded once all summer, then do the ditching. Not complaining, just making you aware. So, Mr. Quimby, you know, pardon, this is all Mr. Quimby. This whole email kind of reeks of complaining.
Does he need a job application?
I wanted to come and volunteer.
For the record, he was a selectman for about 7.
Yeah.
And he will certainly let you know.
Yeah.
I just think that someone with all these complaints can do the job better. So if there's a job open, and he should apply.
Well, he says it might be a good idea to go back to 3 on the select board. It seemed to be better at that. So, Mr. Quimby, while this was not a question, I will state that you are more than welcome to put your name on the ballot in March of 2027. Yep. Now we have Norma Menard. Yes.
Is anybody else complaining about
No.
Yes, yes.
Well.
Yesterday, that complaint was about a road.
So, just recently, this was Mr. Quimby for the last few.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I have some questions from Miss Norma Menard. So Miss Norma Menard, she says, what was the total spent on the Upper Valley hazardous waste disposal and any fees for joining it from last year? I did not see a breakdown in the town report. So the total amount, I called Tim Josephson, and the total amount that the town of Croydon spent for last year was $961.45. We joined mid-year. That was to get everybody with the minimum. If people went over the minimum, they paid out of pocket. But what the town of Croydon paid was $961.45, Norma. What are the current highway department's hourly wages per road agent and the part-timers? 2, from what I understand. Okay, the current wages are $38 and $35 respectively. Are we paying for benefits for the road agent? Full-time employees are members of the New Hampshire State Retirement Program, same as our former road crew. So this question got broken up into several different. So then she says, if so, how much? The employee pays a percentage and the town pays a percentage. That's set by the state of New Hampshire every 2 years. So 3B, what kind of benefits? Vacation time, medical, dental. Okay. The road agent does not take any medical, dental, and or vision benefits. Dental and vision were never offered. I don't think they've ever been offered. Currently, vacation is set at 10 days per year with 5 days of personal time off. And again, that's the same as our former road crew. And I'll note, these were all prorated from the day of hire and then subject to negotiated change for the next fiscal year. Again, same as our former road crew. Question 4, what did it cost us to have the roadside mower picked up by KDL? $375. So this question got broken up into several different questions. Why did our road crew not transport it? So our road crew didn't go get it because it was cost prohibitive. Logically, it costs less to have it delivered, and the road crew's time is better spent on Croydon roads, working on our roads. I asked the road agent, he gave me a breakdown. The highway department does not have a trailer, not one that's roadworthy. So if they were to rent a trailer, pay wages for one person, or as was the custom, 2 people to drive down and back to pick it up, and then we add in the cost of fuel. We have trailer rental at between $300 to $500. Labor time for one person at about 3.5 hours, $133, and fuel at approximately $50. It would have cost about $500 to pick up the mower. So better to have them here. All right, 4B. And what are the weekly, monthly rental fees for this machine? We had gone over this in our last meeting, and it's in the minutes. But it's $85 while in use. When it's not in use, it's $0 an hour. Then she said, so at the last meeting, the road agent said we were only getting charged for the hours he used it, which I've never heard of before from a rental company, and I'd like clarification. So there are no weekly or monthly rental fees. It's only based on the hours it's used. It's like your electrical meter. It's got numbers on it. When the numbers are running, you get charged. When the numbers aren't running, you don't get charged.
It's an hour meter.
Yeah.
An hour meter.
It's an hour meter. I think it's a great contract that the road agent got for the town.
It is absolutely unheard of to have it here and not pay for it every single day.
Right.
And I think that is the general use for this specific tractor, is to be used for other surrounding towns when they need it and not to be overcharged.
Right.
It's perfect. I love it.
It's great. So again, this seems to be a great contract for the town. The road agent is very aware of his budget, and he is negotiating and contracting appropriately on Croydon's behalf. And I'm not even going to go into further comments that I'd like to say. So that's it. Those are the emails and responses that we have.
I'll add a little something if I can. So, in the last 6 months to a year, prior to having new road agents, we were specifically called out for micromanaging our agents and dictating what they do from day to day, keeping them down to the penny on what was spent, making sure we didn't go over budget, but yet we did because of overtime, which we tried not to micromanage and were taken advantage of, in my opinion. I'm not doing that to these guys. Not in my first 4 years, not in my last 2 months. They deserve a little bit of freedom too, and I'm not going to breathe down their neck for a job that I don't know how to do. If you got a problem with that, take it up with them. Matter of fact, don't. That'd be a better idea. Send an email. Send an email. Write a letter. I'll make sure it gets to you. Because contrary to popular belief, this guy's sitting in a meeting. We couldn't beg, borrow, or steal Joe Bolio to get him in a meeting for years.
He came here because he wanted to.
Nobody told him to show up. He's here to answer questions.
Speaks volumes.
Never heard. You couldn't hear crickets when you called Joe Bolio's name. So let me point that out to anybody who wants to keep bringing up Joe Bolio, because it's as gone as country kitchen. Welcome to me, Jalisco's.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I don't want to hear nothing but thank you. You're welcome. When I show up in this building on Tuesday nights for the next 2 months, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna say, well, the minute I walk in the door, the same as I do in my normal. Because that's how I'm feeling now. Welcome to 2026. Here we go. Go ahead.
All right,
done.
okay. So next we have Matt McIntosh, Barton Road. Request information, what is happening on Barton Road?
I have no
That's
idea.
another rhetorical question. Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. I didn't know if it was. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were in credit.
You have to, yes, for the recording. Thank you.
You don't have to be nice, just be civil.
Barton Road, we've had many issues with what's happened. And, you know, you guys have, wait a minute, the town and the town board and the road agents have really taken it upon themselves to, you know, be very aggressive with the boundary line. Trees are being hit, trees are being cut down and removed. And the water problem is horrible.
Barton Road just got all new ditches and got mowed back.
Well, I will, if you want, I will take you and show.
Yeah, I think the road agent would be better for that.
I'd love to.
Explain what a tree is and why the ditch is cut away.
Okay, all right, I'll relate to you that, you know, I grew up there and I know what it was before Francis Partridge changed it.
That's going back a couple of years.
It is, but the problem isn't going away. We had logging done by Mutt Waterman and the rains came and washed out Willis driveway. All that sand
Came to
filled
your house.
right down, filled in the ruts, and then the water started going elsewhere. I have dying timber right along Route 10. Okay, the trees were there long before the water. My neighbor, the road agent moved the culvert on my neighbor's lot right down to my line.
I don't know, when did that happen?
That was probably 15 years ago with Donnie. You fixed his problem. I mean, the town.
The town.
Fixed
yeah,
it.
One
nothing.
problem created another.
Yes.
So I think the only way to move forward with this is to have you meet with the road agent to see. He knows all the rules.
Yeah, there is fresh damage on the tree, you know, the trees up there. So if it's your vehicle that's damaging private property, is that a crime? I mean, doesn't that have to be reported?
So, well, it depends on
Yeah.
the setbacks.
Yeah.
We have to go with the setbacks. I don't.
Well, if the setbacks,
Yeah, but we have a responsibility, according to RSA 231:39, 36, to cut back the tree limbs annually and as needed. We have, by law, we have to do that.
those who live,
Those are limbs.
not tree.
A tree is 4.8 inches in diameter at chest height. Other than that, it is a sapling.
Okay.
Saplings can be cut back at any point.
I had one tree that was about 6 inches in diameter that was further out from the large ash tree, and that tree was removed.
Was it dead, dying, and dangerous?
No, but what it did is it marked the fact that your equipment never went that far. For that tree to grow up, the snowplow doesn't hit it in the winter, the grader doesn't hit it in the summer. So the tree just can't, you know, it grew.
But a tree does grow, you just said that.
Yeah.
So
And if it
that
grows in
tree
heat,
could extend into the lane of traffic.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that happens every night. I'm just saying that you just said it yourself, trees grow. So where it was 15 years ago may not be where it is today.
It's been removed, okay? I really appreciate the fact that, and I'm not trying to be condescending, but I grew up, my Uncle Paul grew up He was born in 1942. He came up for a visit. First thing he did when he got out of the car, what have they done to the back road? And he ought to know, because he used to go up and play with Tommy Ballou when they were kids. My father used to go up and play with Donald Ballou. And, you know, the road is different. There used to be a rock wall.
It is different because it used to be class 6 road. It used to be 2 lane. It used to be 2 ruts over it. And now there are several more homes on it with the development that happened. I mean, things change.
I understand, but my problems are not changing. The water is killing my stand. You're taxing me on the value of that standing timber. You're killing.
We don't assess standing timber, you only get a
You're
tax.
valuing my land with unwanted water.
We're
I-
valuing your land, but it'd be backland that you can't get to, but you wouldn't get assessed on the timber till
And
you
you
sell it.
keep moving the boundary. Where's my discount for my taxes if you're taking my land?
I think the best option, get with the road agent,
Yep.
see what you guys can come up with for a plan.
With the
And-
measurements.
With
make
the
sure-
measurements, yeah, we'll get all that information, come up with a plan, and if we need to fix something, we can all talk about it.
Okay.
You still own the middle of the road. Your property line is actually the middle of the road. They don't put the pins out there because if the road was ever discontinued, you would own to one side of the middle and your neighbor across the road
Would own
to
the
the
other.
other side. So the property line has, boundaries have it, the road may have them. And I won't
Maybe
argue
bigger.
that
In front of Selectman Harding's house, the road is probably 8 feet wide. You go up where I'm talking, it's 30 feet wide, you know? And again, you know, you're taking my timber, you know, and it's a mess. It looks like,
Oh, I thought it was
pardon
beautiful up there.
my language, it looks like shit.
No, it's
It really
beautiful.
does.
I couldn't believe how beautiful that road came out.
I haven't been up yet.
The roadside mowing hasn't been done, I can't remember how long. So to see, you can actually see and drive safely and there's ditches now, pretty happy with it. But I understand your concerns and I want you to meet with Jeremy and meet with him. And then at the next meeting, if there's still more concerns, we'll gladly talk about it.
Definitely don't want water coming onto the property that's unwanted, things like that, so Jeremy's great at his job with his crew, and I bet they definitely fix the issue.
Okay, I look forward to meeting with you. When would you like to go on?
Monday.
Can we do it on Saturday? I work like 6 in the morning till 5.
We can do it whenever you want,
How about this Saturday at noon?
but earlier than that.
10.
Got it.
You got it. Saturday at 10. Where do you want to meet?
Wherever your house is.
703 New Hampshire Road.
It's across from the
Yeah.
storage
Yeah.
facility down here.
And
Yeah,
you want to wear
on.
boots, because when I walk you on the property, you're gonna be standing on most of your. Okay, the land is wet,
But you bought the house at the bottom of the hill.
is very wet.
Gravity does.
You know, I heard that from Jim Harding, and you know, and the sun shines too, but when the water never was there until you changed it.
I didn't change anything.
Okay, wait,
You
nope.
metaphorically
Nope.
speaking, till the town changed everything. Okay. 10 o'clock, I look forward. You want coffee?
I'll have some before I get.
Thank you.
Do I have to do the party?
Nope,
No,
nope,
sir.
nope.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you
time.
very
Yep.
much.
Thank you,
Thanks, Matt.
Have a good night.
thank you, Jeremy, for accommodating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know, actually, when you finish up with him, you should come to the school open house, get a free hot dog.
I'll be there.
Oh, is that Saturday?
You know what, I'll bring you through the fire truck, how's that? I saw your eyes light up early.
Ready?
No. Yeah, a lot of people see me right in there. You're running off names for 3 decades. They're like, I'm easy.
Yeah.
You're still writing off names for 3 decades.
I think we can move on.
Partridge was a former road
I
agent.
think, I think we move on, guys.
All right, so we have signed the MS 535, signed, ready to go. Yes?
Did I sign that?
It was passed around.
So,
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Okay, so
So that brings us to the MS1.
There is no.
So the MS 535 is the revenues, that's the estimate of revenues. And it was prepared by the town's accountant. And he goes by what we actually spent and then what his conservative estimate is that we're going to spend for 2026. He does it by going back and looking at what we've actually spent in other years. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I wouldn't want that job.
no.
So for the MS1, there has been a note added to the agenda. And it says someone needs to request an extension ASAP. Paul does not have access to the portal anymore as it relates to assessing.
See, it's an assessing thing. So I went, I emailed Carrie, the assessor, and said, "Good morning, Carrie. This was 4 days ago. I'm just checking in to see how we are doing on the MS1, which is due September 1st. The Board of Selectmen have a meeting next Tuesday, August 25th, and I would like to provide them with an update. The board is on our summer schedule, so meetings are scheduled once a month on the fourth Thursday, but we can come in and sign the MS1 whenever you have it ready." Carrie got back to me and he said, "Kimberly, hi, I was in the office Wednesday doing deeds, etc., and Paul stated that he was possibly going to file an extension. Usually when Paul gets all of the information he needs, I believe he was doing the MS1, and if he needs assistance, he will call our office." So I'm not certain why we're filing the extension. Most of the information on the MS1 is available in a report. It's basically the valuation of the town, current use, the amount of people who are taking exemptions and credits. If we file an extension, it's not a bad thing, but if we don't, we cannot ask for our tax rate without having the MS1 in. If we don't get a tax rate, then we can't send out
Tax
the
bill.
tax bills. Mr. Edwards, are you still on the portal? Are you still in the portal? Do you still have access to the portal?
I believe so.
I do not. I do. We need to have someone file for an extension from the MS1.
I will look to see, first of all, if I still have access. And I'll get in touch with you.
Okay, if you don't mind, I would certainly appreciate that.
No problem.
You can always contact Avatar and they can help do that. I would say 15 days should be.
I will say that we have that for pension. Involved.
No.
So, we'll look into it and see what options.
Yeah, it
Thank
might
you.
just be as he's gathering information, he just doesn't have a key piece he needs, and I'm good with that. I'm just, not sure, but I want to be very much aware, and also we wanted to bring it up at the meeting so that everybody knows when it's available. We're just gonna come in and sign it.
Yes.
Yep. So that's the update on the MS1.
I have some stuff.
Okay, next, transfer station updates?
So I ran the transfer station on Saturday to give Mason some time off, not realizing it was his birthday.
Oh,
He didn't like to tell anyone, but I've gotten into some arguments, heated discussions with some people about stuff they wanted to do. So we're gonna start talking about the transfer station dump fees and what we actually accept. We do not accept any hazardous material except for oils going into the container. But I will talk to the board about some changes I have in mind, and if we come up with an agreement, we can go forward with that. I did want to tell you guys that I did collect $734 in dump tickets for Saturday. So
You're
moving,
welcome.
yeah.
I
So
know.
moving forward, I have Mason or whoever's gonna be running the transfer station that day, collecting the dump tickets and turning them in at the end of the weekend. So we know exactly how much we're actually, what's going out, what's being, the dumpster seems to be getting fuller and fuller, and we're not actually
Getting more.
getting more. Jeremy and his crew go up there, was twice a week, and you crush it?
Mondays and Thursdays.
Yeah, he crushes
Wow.
the demo dumpster.
In the middle, and you.
Yeah. So it was a good day, but there are things that we do not take, and it's been like that forever. But like I said, going forward, we will start collecting those dump tickets to actually know how much we're actually taking in, compared to what's going out. I do believe that some of the prices are underrated, undervalued, and you could possibly see a change in that going up because they charge us more to get rid of it than we charge you guys to get rid of it. The town should not have to burden the cost to get rid of someone else's trash.
Are you talking about like a pickup truck load? Or
I'm
are you talking about like refrigerators and microwaves and?
So the price of refrigerators are going up, and that's the cost of
Because of the Freon.
the Freon in that as well. Electronics, if you have more than a truckload of stuff, it really should go to Casella. We're gonna start talking about businesses in town, actual businesses that come to the transfer station and they get rid of their garbage, they get rid of all the debris that they collect from other people when they're doing their business.
Right.
They find it cheaper, and it is cheaper. It's only $80 a trailer to dump up stuff. Casella's $100, but it takes up all the room. It costs the taxpayers more money, and we know for sure that these people are getting paid to actually take it to Casella, and they're adding their 25% on it or whatever. And also coming to the transfer station when you haven't been to the transfer station in almost a month with your trash. That right there is going to come to a stop because that fills up our compactor. And if someone needs to use it on a Sunday, we're full because you have dump trucks that come with tons of trash bags. So expect a couple changes. But on a good note, we did collect $734 on Saturday.
Okay.
Can I just mention the household hazardous waste? So we don't collect household hazardous waste at the transfer station, hence why we joined household hazardous waste. If DES or whomever comes in and does one of their walkabouts and finds that we have Freon or pesticides or anything else down in the oil residue, they could actually fine us $10,000. It's much cheaper for the town to join and have people go and take the small household hazardous waste up there rather than the town to be fined.
I think it's more than reasonable cost. It's less than $1,000.
Yeah.
For the year to get rid of hazardous waste.
Yep.
Rather than dumping it on your property or on the side of the road.
10.
Yeah, or, yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, when I was talking with Tim Josephson up in the Upper Valley Planning, he pointed that out, that they can come in and if they find it, and they find it, a lot of it, they can charge us that kind of a fine.
So will that, being a part of that, are we able to drop off hazardous waste in Newport when they have their hazardous waste?
There,
Okay.
yeah, the 5 or 6, anybody in Croydon can go there with, I think it's 5 gallons and
Right.
10 or 25 pounds. And then, and if they have a neighbor that can't make it, they can take their neighbor's household hazardous waste and make sure that they tell the people that it's me and then my neighbor who's up the road, I'm taking theirs.
And one other thing, you'll probably notice too at the transfer station, there's no longer gonna be people they're not supposed to be, and I've already talked to Mason about it, that throw the items out. You cannot leave your items outside the dumpster because you don't want to throw it in the dumpster. It needs to go in the dumpster or you need to take it somewhere else. Per state guidelines, we cannot have junk laying around the transfer station. The highway department, we all been working hard to clean it up. We have a little bit of a shed over by the booth. If you wanna leave your stuff there, feel free. But
Well, it's
after
for
a
like a
week,
recycling thing, you
no,
know.
people leave their
gets
pots and
thrown.
pans or something their grandfather had from 80 years ago.
And they don't wanna put it in the trash?
No, so they leave it on the edge by the metal dumpster or the demo dumpster,
In case someone wants it.
and then it'll just stay there. It will just stay there. So I cleaned up the whole transfer station, threw tons of stuff out on Saturday to bring it up to code. You'll see a lot of changes happening, so we keep the transfer station open. We want to keep it open for everyone, but if it starts costing the town money and we start getting fined, everyone's gonna have to go to Casella. Unfortunately, so we're just
Get a dumpster.
we're trying to work with everything we have. So I think we all need to work together and not keep anything in the transfer station. If you want to throw it out, throw it out. Do not keep it for somebody else.
Keep the transfer station clean.
Yeah, we'll put it on Route 10, not at the street. Yes, and we want to congratulate Brian. He was one of the new operator for the transfer station. So so you'll be seeing him up there trading some spots with Mason. Mason still will be our primary person up there. Brian will help him out. They'll be switching days, giving Mason day off here and there when he requests it, because he does work 7 days a week. And then I can be up there helping Brian too if he has any questions. But we'll put you to work really soon, don't you worry.
And if anybody sees any dust in here.
Right
It is beautiful.
Actually, right by
that bag, actually.
Oh,
No, on the other side.
No,
Stop, God.
got it.
Got it.
It's a piece of food.
Not
So
me.
you put it back on the floor. Like my 5-year-old. But thank you, Brian.
All right, next we have updates from the town clerk tax collector. September primary, the New Hampshire primary is September 8th, 2026 from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. State and federal guidelines determine the time. Absentee ballots are available for the primary and requests for the general can be made. Select board appointments of pro tempore for elections. Select board members are all required to be at the elections the entire time unless they appoint a pre-tempora for both of them, one or both. I'm gonna be honest, I have the email from him and it's very detailed. I didn't get to read it. And do you want to come up? No?
You sure?
There's nothing big in here.
I mean, I just thought he was here and that.
Oh, no, he was here in support of me because he heard what happened. So I thank you. I appreciate that. The roadside mower is being taken away on Monday. They have used it everywhere they can and as quickly as they can.
It looks great.
And I think it looks fantastic.
Looks awesome.
My backyard has,
What's that?
my backyard hasn't been done.
No, but your front yard. Doesn't it?
What's that?
Your front yard looks good, no?
It does, doesn't it?
Nobody sees the back.
The town office will be closed from October 12th to the 16th for a NHCTCA conference.
Hampshire clerk and tax collector, so.
There it is.
Oh, I had something totally different, so thank you.
I didn't even want to go.
All right,
Yeah.
Kim, you want to hit me with the non-public?
So,
So we have to go into non-public and after that we are adjourned. So everybody knows. Oh, yeah, sorry. Melissa will explain that.
So the town website is currently down. It is hopefully being upgraded while it's down. In the meantime, that website is where you can find the agendas and the meeting minutes.
Yeah, it's down for right now because they're trying to switch it over to
Here,
Oh, on there? Oh,
They could be still switching things over.
And then it has a link to Facebook, and a link to,
does it say town cloud anywhere?
does it say what?
Town cloud anywhere?
Just in the address.
Oh, weird. Go ahead and do your thing.
right, so I make a motion that we enter into a non-public session for RSA 91A3, Roman numeral 2C. Matters which if discussed in public would likely adversely affect the reputation of any person other than a member of this board. I'm also going to state that it's going to be advice of legal counsel. Roll call.
Amy Freak, aye.
Susan Kimball, I.
Sean Douglas, aye.
Kimberly Burkhammer, aye. Thank you. I just was telling everybody in the audience, thank you all.
We decided over you. Oh, okay. What happens when you don't show up?
Come on by,
Yeah, I think I've got it on my calendar.
You got my number? Okay. I don't have to get over you.
My sister says she can do it. How it should be blocked so that you don't get them. Other than that, just because I take certain people like resistant. Let's come to a thing.
Yeah, so that's one.
on the phone.
Did you hear that I didn't have my cat? Yeah. I did it. One by one, of course, well, the question and the answer were down there. And I went by. You know, that they worked out, so I went back and it's totally flat. Anyway, we asked, yeah, so when I come down, and we both was gone. I turned around and I put it the whole day. But 2 weeks before that, like 3 o'clock in the morning, didn't have to work. Then from 7 to 9:50, my own business, I really got shouting. Well, my number was, alright, so and I didn't get far. They did that on the beach straight, and I didn't open the door. Yeah. But there's a lot of questions and that actually discussed about that, but it's way to go around the clock, like, well, why, maybe, I didn't retreat. But we were hearing some. I'm gonna guess. And my phone, they beginning, I do apply. I called it. When you get out of the hospital, I just got out. I go to the fly. Okay, yeah. Most worried about you need to have this piece of money waiting to take to join the next classes. That's what you have to get. And I'm not looking for the box anything that. Okay, I need that. And I wrote it. Yeah, I think. Back to the backside of the because you go like I'm being called. That's what you want to do. I know. But you got to be called to the side. You go and pull up the you put up the product in the company. That doesn't want. That's how you guys can see it. But I'm just try to. Yeah. 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 I gotta get my home. Yeah, see you. Well, we see you. Good reason or a month. Okay, well, see you at the end of the month. So you're, oh. Yeah.
I own the primary.
Right, well,
No. He doesn't have to, but he's taken the board on that, he's been placed the practical stuff. That nice tree that pulled up, he's really set up. The committee was here, was the supervisor.
department getting new cast,
Well,
all kinds of silliness.
oh, yeah, it's not. Right.
That's nice. All right, sir. Now,
Oh, they're gonna be
This-
in now and they'll turn it off.
I locked this one, guys. You going out this way?
Well, whatever they work.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I just shut it off. And I just turned the light back to, for this guy to get off.
Well, your mother will kill it.
Yeah. We're gonna go out the side door.
Oh, they turn it off.
That's locked.
What about that?
Back door is locked.
Okay.
Yeah. I go through each, cause I use that door out there to dump the mop water over on the grass.
I tend to check stuff too.
Yeah. I treat this like my second home.
Well, we're paying good money to keep it up, so we ought to take care of it. So it is getting, well, I'm gonna have to think about paying. Oh, that cost. You know, running a house, running a business, anything, costing so much more.
Yeah, well, we just dumped $1,000 into the end of our driveway, the beginning of, June. And, by the 1st of August, we started the pretty much flush out. No, it was August, yes. And, so August, 5th or 6th, I called up, a place over by Ruger's, got a quote from them. And how much they were gonna lay the pot. And then I turned around and I went to Aaron's, taking out time. At that small word, but they, gave me a high bid, or I said to him, how much are you gonna put on? He said, you're gonna have road thick. I said, that's something that the girl would not tell me how much thick, yeah.
You
I
gotta,
said, you got the job.
you gotta ask for all the important questions.
Yeah. Cause I said to her, what are you gonna do for a swale? And how much fire are you gonna put? She said, well, we're gonna put it so it's at a grade with oil in it. I said, well, that doesn't work for me. I wanna know if we're gonna have rosemary or what we're gonna have. I said, if you just gonna come in and sim it, it's not what I want. So.
Put that, find out.
Yes, I will. So anyway, we're gonna go a little bit more.
Okay.
It was nice of your wife to exercise and. Such a sweet.
Yeah, I said that thing about the white glove because you know what I did? Donna Leslie, do you know Donna?
And we're,
She's the minister once in a while at the church. She told me, she said, when you start cleaning, she said, I want you, every time you look into a corner, I want you to think of me. You know, the last 3 Sundays I've been in here, Russ, everything's been pulled out. And even over there, that bench, even the symbol, everything has been wiped down because in another month, we're gonna have tons of people in here. And this place is gonna be spotless. Before I come, I can't open the windows and see outside. But every window's gonna be washed top and bottom. And everything's gonna be wiped down out here, again, before I leave.
well, no, I'm not because there's.
Well, we can lock the door, right?
I make a motion. I make a motion that we leave non-public session.
Second, Amy Freak, aye.
That's playground.
Sean Douglas.
Kimberly Burkhammer, aye.
Campbell, aye.
I make a motion that we enter public session.
Second,
Amy Freak, aye.
Susan Kimball, aye.
Sean Douglas, aye.
Kimberly Burkhammer, aye. I make a motion that we seal the minutes of the non-public session indefinite.
Amy Freak, aye.
Susan Kimball, aye.
Sean Douglas, aye.
Kimberly Burkhammer, aye. I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.